Squeaky's on the windowsill, king of the throne. Charlie's got a feather toy, she's in her zone. Doobie's in the kitchen, knocking stuff down. 3 cats ruling this crazy little town.
Hi guys, how you doing today? Just set you up here that way we can chat, and I don't maybe hey that might work. I can use my hands and chat at the same time. Because I decided to start taking some of these old pairs of jeans apart. I have a lot of old pairs of jeans and my old pairs of jeans. And I figured I'd try to do something with them. Because I just want to. That's all. Because I just want to. How you doing today? It's I think 8 a.m. Probably 8:30, because in about a few minutes these guys are going to be like, Mom! Squeaky is like right on the ball. I just had like an hour. You fell down. Okay, I guess that isn't going to work. I'll put you over here then. There we go. Squeaky's on the ball with the food, but anyway, I just had an hour love session with Charlie. I mean, that sounded really gross. But she really, I don't know. She hasn't been cuddly, and she usually is to me. And so, I think I'll crochet that in instead of snipping it off right now. Matter of fact, crochet hook. I gonna attempt to make a purse out of this pair. It's just the front, the side pockets of it. I'm gonna attempt to it, because you can stick a through the old waistband. I'm going to try to either make a skirt, or bell bottoms well, I have this longer pair that I don't want to do that with this material, but it's you saw the flower material, this material. But this, whatever dress or skirt that or not dress, but skirt that I make, are going to go on the front of it. Like on my, what are them called? Thighs? You got your hip pockets, and then I think those are thighs. The thigh bone's connected to the hip bone. Oh. And I will embellish it with things from crochet, because, oh my gosh, is this funky or what? That needs like a daisy on it. But what I'm going to reinforce it with, because it's jeans, it just spots that I think it's going to be, like along the seam. Once I get it permanent in the way I want it, along the seam and stuff, with shoe goo. You can most definitely fix jeans with shoe goo. And you can definitely enforce seams with it. Some people are allergic to it. I shoe gooed a shirt together with that one time for me and Bina, because they had this shirt that we wanted, but it was not in our size. It never is in our size, brats. Anyway, oh yeah, I was gonna look for my crochet hook. We will use not that one. Holy moly! I'm gonna carry that one in my purse. Can you imagine getting donked in the head with that? There we go. That'll do. Look at the difference. Oh, anyway, and it looked good. It did look good. She loved it too. But she was allergic to the goo. And that is a common occurrence with her. She's got some weird allergies. Like her entire family is allergic to lavender. So I've told you that before. I just don't keep the stuff around in case there's this chance that they might show up. Like even her ex is allergic to it. It's just weird. Like her and all her kids and that dude does not even deserve to be mentioned. I need a pair of tweezers. Here we go. There we go. Now I can snip that. When I'm making a garment, I leave the strings long like this so I can crochet them in when to make a knot. I've seen it in garments done, and it looks like actually, you know what it looks like? It's probably where the sewing machine started its little thing, and oh, come on, get in the stitch. And whatever, but I'm hand sewing. I figured out something the other day. I'm sitting here tearing stuff apart, and I'm like, I really like just taking things apart. uh, Taking blankets apart, taking all sorts of stuff apart. Okay, now see, these things would be glued into, sorry, these things would be glued into the seam. Now I'm just going to try doing all that stuff with this purse right now, so I'm experimenting. And then I'm saving these for some reason, and I don't know what. But I have a bunch of them, and then I have the rest of this waistband that can be made into something. Maybe another pouch, purse, something. Maybe attach that to, I don't know. We'll figure it out. And I have this part. This is the part that wasn't working on that pair of jeans. Somebody ripped the zipper out of it, but it's still got a perfectly good button. And then, yeah, I have all these short tassels. And then I did throw some of it out. Oh, and I have the legs. There's one of them. The legs. And I really could, you take a pair of that, you take that, and you could make an apron out of it. Ooh, that would be a pretty little skirt. It really would. But, here. You can make an apron out of that even. So, it's not that I'm not crocheting. It's just that I had another. I must dream ideas or something because I wake up, I'm like, you know what I could do? But then I'll be like, during the day, I'm like, oh, but unless I go do that thing, I'm like, do you know what I could do? And it's like, Auntie. So I think because I don't remember dreaming. I don't remember dreaming at all. But I do remember waking up and going, oh, you know what I could do? Where's my other pair? No, there's another pair over here. Here it is. No? Was I using it? Here it is. There we go. Oh, it's There used to be a window. I might have said that. There used to be a window on this panel, and all it is a piece of paneling over it. But there's also like um insulation stuffed in there because Dad fixed it. And then he decided, well, you need a place to hang stuff. So it's a cork board. So my needles, um, little tiny crochet hooks, scissors, it's stuck into it. So, so that's what I'm doing is I'm experimenting today. Kind of hungry. I'm always hungry every time I see you guys. You guys got anything good to eat? I'm hungry. My cats are hungry. You guys got anything good to eat? Pam, what did you cook for dinner last night? I probably have to wait to see your vlog to find out. Oh, so now my Sims, my Pam and Sterling Sims are trying for a baby. They have to read a book. They have to do all sorts of little tasks in order to do that. But they're trying for a baby now. uh, I just live in my house all by myself. I don't have any animals. You can't have animals in it yet. I don't even know if you can have animals in it. In the free play game, but I don't know. So, no animals, just me living in my house. And how you make money in this game is the town square does gardening, and people buy beans and corn and that kind of stuff. So, my sim just kind of goes to work. Oh, and then Nathan and Sterling do that too, because well, I don't have the money to buy houses for like because in this game everybody has to start out in their own house all by themselves. So I have to make a Cora house, and I have to make a Evan house and a Bell house, and I'm not sticking Sterling with anybody right now, but if she were to have a dude, I'd have to stick him in his own house, and then they'd have to make their own relationships. So that's how it works in the free play. So Nathan lives all by himself right now. Oh, Pam's like, why are you playing with my life? I told you, man. Oh, I was recording some old time crochet books yesterday. I got tired of that. My eyes got tired, and I started messing up. And because what I will do, I go through those books and I get the patterns I want, and I screen record them. If that's weird to you, that's fine. I am weird. Hey, by the way, did you notice my hair? I made a video yesterday. You might have seen it, you might not have. But notice my hair looks a little bit different today. It's because after washing it this time, I put in stuff, hair stuff. Usually I just put the shampoo in, lather it up, and go because it's just me. But yesterday I felt like, quote unquote, pampering myself. So, I am using, it's not, is it called the blanket stitch? Yes, I am using the blanket stitch. I normally do that if I'm sewing stuff together, especially garments. I found a different stitch, but I don't like doubling. Oh, get off of me. I don't like doubling it over because it wastes string, and I might go back again and reinforce. Like if I'm going to wear a skirt, I could do that instead of using goop, to tell you the truth. Either. But you fold it over and then you go, not like this because this makes a square. The other one makes a V like on a sewing machine. I'm like, hey, that's a pretty darn cool stitch right there. So apparently we're going to have basically a hurricane. Uh, I told that to Pam. She didn't even answer me yet because it's only 8 a.m. She's probably asleep. The woman stays up really late to get her work done, especially if she's going to go away. If she's going to go away for a while, she doubles down and got to get it done, got to get it done. I don't blame her. I mean, that's the way you keep a business going. You get your stock up and you get your orders done while you're gone or before you're gone, and then go play. I'll work and then go play. Then you can play. You earned it. Have fun. That one was already gone. Um, not talking about those bugs anymore. It's just gross, and it seems to be getting under control. I did put plastic over all of my windows yesterday, and and now it's like 58 degrees outside, so I have my heater on to 62, and it's just not kicking on a whole bunch. So that's pretty darn good too. I'm happy about that. I have to make sure maybe next month to have enough money to fill that gas tank. Because Aunt T does not want a cold winter. No, 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 thank you. It was cold enough this spring. I don't want a cold winter. And I'm sewing the pocket into the side, but I'm going to leave just a little bit of it hanging because I think that it needs to be a little free. And I'm free. I don't sing free falling. I put a B on the falling part because I just think it's funny. And then I've heard other people do it after I did it. But I've heard them like they didn't hear it from me. I'm pretty sure if I thought it, somebody else did too. So what I'm thinking with this too is if I'm using goop and it's going to be a purse, I'm going to find some next month because you know, um, like industrial grade Velcro. Because I don't feel like sewing zippers in there. I could get some zippers. I have these black pants that have them on them. I got for $6. They have them on there for no reason, but if you take them off, I did use one pair. If you take them off, there's a big hole in them, and they are acrylic pants, so you can't really do much with them. I could cut the legs off and use them as a base for a skirt, and I may do that. Good morning, mister. I feel low grade, like I'm going to, well, like I'm going to get a cold. But again, I've just explained we're having nasty weather right now, too. What did they do with them guys? Pam, what do they do with the chickens in the wintertime? You wouldn't know. You don't live in a cold climate. You can't answer that for me. Plus, everybody's individually different with the way they treat their animals. And she talks to these chickens out here, not like they're workers or anything. She talks to them like they're pets. And I'm like, I know somebody else who does that, Pam. Okay, I'm about ready to. No, I'll just wait until I get down to. There's a seam in the bottom of this pocket and it's kind of a knob. So as soon as I get down there, I'll quit sewing because I don't know if I want to sew through it. I didn't know jeans would be so easy. I thought I'd need a leather kit. You know why you need a leather kit to sew through jeans? It isn't the jean cloth itself. It's the seams and the hems. These are a son of a gun to try to poke through. Oh, I almost poked my thumb with the wrong end of the needle. Those are a son of a gun to try to poke through. So I didn't know actual jean material would be easy as to do that. All right, take your needle out. Okay, we're gonna trim this one. Where's my scissors, guys? Oh. And my hook. And honestly, if this does not work out as like a purse, I could hang it on the wall and have it as pockets for my scissors. So I don't have to have, like they haven't yet, but I don't have to worry about them coming down and hitting me in the head because that's just above my head. Imagine that while you're sleeping. Probably can't, because if that happens while you're sleeping, you're probably in trouble. Probably should go to the ER. Well, fine. I need a finer. I need a finer hook because I'm in a smaller stitch. Stitch, 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 stitch. Why am I finding these all over the place? Is that a smaller? Nope, that's a big hook. That's a big hook. Ha! Itty bitty one. That'll work. Another way is that I will do this is not make it just like a really long string, but just make a crochet edge with it, like slip stitch across. But I don't like that as much because it's like stacking knots on top of each other, and it seems to be just more strong to me to do that. Can you guys hear the rain out there? Do 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 do. Yeah. That's how we're gonna do that. Okay. There is a little bit that I did not cut off. Oh, that's gonna be hard. Okay. I can figure it out. Guys. Oh. That's kind of gratifying to do that too, by the way. It's like, woo, take it out on the corkboard. Oh. This might be a little lumpy because of the way this is cut, though. Try it. We'll figure it out. I'm just playing with this part anyway. That sounded really bad. Just playing with this part. Auntie, you are a dirty-minded woman. I ain't heard nothing else from that dude. Open your mouth and receive it. Oh, I guess I'm obsessing over it. Just 'cause now, I think it's funny. Hear an airplane taking off. Hope they're okay. Because, again, I hear we're having like basically a hurricane going on. The winds right now say they're 11 miles per hour, which is about as fast as I can go on my bike if I'm just sitting there. Beep, beep, toot, toot, whatever. If I'm just sitting there toot-tooing. Toot, 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 tooting. I'm just sitting there tooting. So, but it says there's like gale force winds on its way, which means to me, you know what else might be coming on the way? That frickin' S word. Snow. I whisper it because I don't want it to hear me. Because I don't want to go out there and shovel my porch off. Somebody come do that for me, please. I suppose I could try to hire somebody, but I don't talk to people around here. I really don't. I don't like my neighbors. I grew up in this area, so I don't like the people around here. There are few, which is like the gal and I, we're not friends on Facebook right now because I lost that Facebook that we were friends on. But she gave me her sister gave me Charlie. So she's a pretty good friend. She told me we went to school together in elementary school or something. And I don't remember that. I don't remember a lot of my school past. I remember some people and what they did do to me and stuff like that, but I don't remember the ones that were nice. Very few of them because some of them went above and beyond. And we've lost contact since. But hear that? I don't know if you can hear the wind or not. Boy, I'm glad I put the plastic on last night. I was sitting here shivering and I'm like, Chessie, you got to weatherize your windows. You just got your tarps today. So I weatherized my windows. Like, oh, aha. I know eventually I'll have to replace that corkboard. Oh, it's not the stitch I want to go into. But yeah, I'm sitting here going, boom, 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 I'm cold, I'm cold, I'm cold. Well, it's because I didn't weatherize my windows yet. Those tarps, they have grommets on them. And I think that's what they're called. I also call my bottom end hole. My butt hole. I call that a grommet. So, anyway, they have grommets on it, which are steel holes. And they came with paracord to tie them down and all that stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with that paracord. It's too short. I tried to crochet it. It's too short to crochet. I could give it to Dad. He would do something with it. I have a cane. I have a stick, a walking stick around here that Dad made. And being a Navy man, my dad knows knots. My dad's a knothead. You really are, Dad. Do I want this to go like that so I can have handles? Probably. That would make a neat little purse, I think. Anyway, he's an old Navy man, so he knows knots. And he makes walking sticks, and he puts yards and yards and miles and miles and miles, wraps them around with these knots. Beautiful. I wish I could. I think it's in a back room. I'd have to go back there to find it. But he makes walking sticks and he wraps them with paracord. And then he does other things like he'll try to make it out of a lot of times he gets it off of a good branch. He's like, sometimes we'd be driving along and he's like, that's a great branch for a stick. and he stops and he saws it off. He's got tools everywhere, just like I do. I learned from him, but sometimes he'll do something like he'll put it on a straight PVC pipe and pack it with like matches and stick the bottom of a cane on it, pack matches and stuff like that, wrap it in the paracord, and put a compass in the top. Glue a compass in the top. Not glue it. Cork it in something. I mean, he's got a whole hunting or camping kit inside this thing. Okay, wow. Go, dude. The one that I have has a that's not it. No, that's not it. That must be it. That's it. It has a interchangeable end, which has like a spike. Hi, I'm eating thread. Actually, no, I'm not. You know what I'm doing? I'm threading a needle. But it has an interchangeable end, so it has like a spike. Because sometimes if you're walking in the snow, you need a spike so you don't fall. Or you can add like a shovel to the end of it. Just it has like a universal female screw end to it. I think that's what it's called. I know it's the female part of it. There. And yes, that is what it's called, the female end of it. Just a second. I am reinserting my hook, my needle. There we go. Just tie it on right here. And away we go. What do I have coming today? Today in the mail, I think, is my meds. And what I really honestly did this time is I got the vitamins, but I got not for the reasons people would think that I got them for. I got pads, permanent. You know the pads that they put underneath you in the hospital with the cotton on one side and they're pee pads, but they're washable. I got like 3 or 4 of those on the way, because litter boxes or whatever. Basically this time it's for the litter boxes, for underneath the litter boxes. They seem to be using 3 of them. Squeaky in his old box over there by the corner. Scratch over there while I'm trying to do my own business. And the 2 girls use the box on top of the plastic dresser. Now, I thought about it. And I know I said I'm running low on money. But I thought about it and I did get that $45 dresser. It's on its way. It's going to be here tomorrow. But I got to wash this stuff. And if I wash this stuff and I put it away, they won't be in it. And then if I put it away, I can clean this house easier. And I really need to get this house clean. Again, because these bugs are not going to leave me alone until I can get a straight place to vacuum, if I can vacuum. Pam mentioned vacuuming, and I do have a vacuum, and I don't know if it even still works, because it's been floating around my house. I've had it for like 15, 20 years, and my sibling even had it for a while. But, in order to do that, I need to pick my stuff up again. And it gets that way because I can't find anything and because I don't have dressers. Next month, I will probably do it again. Get another one. There, if it's that sturdy and nice, I'll get another one. Maybe I can stack them on top of each other and make a wall in between here and the kitchen, and I don't have to look at the kitchen. Make a wall of dressers. Wouldn't that be cool? I could make a wall of dressers over here too. But if they're going to stay being that price, but we're going to see how big this thing is, and we're going to see. We're going to see. When it gets here, I'll figure stuff out with it. I always do. I figure stuff out. And I figured, I know I need to save money for my gas, and I've got enough this month and next month to pay for that gas thing. So this is not. And I figured if I'm not going to go see Pam, I don't need that extra whatever to go see her with this time. So I'm like, get yourself a dresser and get these things out of your house. She's right. She told me she has cats and poultry. She throws the diatomaceous earth down. Then she vacuums it up. She says that can be their graveyard. I'm like, hey, that's a good idea, but I need to. For one thing, I can't really run a vacuum in here because of the electric. She says that sounds dangerous. She says we need to get you an electrician boyfriend. Thing is my dad's an electrician. The thing is where he needs to get is basically a storage room, and it is packed. I will let you know. Yes, it is packed, and I never go in there.
Low battery.
Oh, I have it unplugged. I'm not listening to anything right now, and I was using the cable because it's a 10-foot cable. It's one of the ones I bought for my rechargeable lamps. But I'm like, that's nice because I don't have to sit here and strain to get to the one that
Low battery.
I know. That's over there on the wall. Told you I rigged that up too, didn't I? You've seen them. You've seen all my cords hanging down. Actually, I have them pretty secure. They're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to hurt anything. I'm also pretty sure that the lamps that I have do not drain as much electricity as the lamps that are rigged to the house.
Low battery.
Turned it off. Shut her up. Oh, maybe I need to disconnect my Bluetooth on my phone. I don't know. Neighbors are probably over there stealing my information through my Bluetooth. Auntie, you and your weird conspiracies. My mind's just weird like that, guys. It is chilly. I should put socks on. The only thing is I can only find one Ernie sock. I don't know what happened to the other one. That makes me sad. That's okay. I will find it because I'm pretty sure it was in. I scooped up a bunch of clothes off the floor because they were using it. Well, the stuff that I didn't find that they were using, I stuffed in a box and covered all of that in a garbage bag so that if they sat on it, they weren't going to be plop plop fizzing on it. Ernie sock might be in there. Here comes. Here comes our hurricane. I might lose power, y'all. Wouldn't that suck? Oh, that's scary. What are you getting tangled on? Let me sew. Let me sew. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but sewing is delightful. I don't care what it's doing. Let me sew, let me sew, let me snow. So, hey, let me snow, huh? Ooh, I hear cops. Whee! I always wait to see if I hear the ambulance going around across the street. So I'm like, hee hee. I know that's mean, but you know what? It is natural for me to have, and I need to let that go. But it's kind of natural for me to have that kind of feeling towards her. She wants me to have that kind of feeling towards her. I really shouldn't let her have it. I figured out why most of my skirts that I sew onto the bottom of shirts don't work. Why it all looks all bunched up and weird. And I'd forgotten this step. I knew I was supposed to do it. You baste around the edge and you pull it, and then you make pleats. And I forgot that step. But I knew I was supposed to do it. But I'd seen it, I think, on Pinterest. Or maybe even on YouTube. Because I watch a lot of upcycling your clothes. Because I want to see how to do some certain techniques. Now that's another reason, another place where I found out to make pants into skirts. Now, if you cut it, it's going to have a U where your butt and your front is. And that's where you stick another piece of material. But it does look like you're wearing a pair of jeans with just, it does look like you took a pair of jeans and did that. So, but anyway, I learned that from YouTube, that I was reminded from YouTube that I was supposed to baste it. And it is called basting if you just, it's a straight line and it looks like minuses. And I was sewing and then sewing, and then Dad says, "Why do you do that? Why do you waste your time?" He says, "Do it like this." He says, "That's be done in 5 minutes." I'm like, oh. And he would know. My grandma, she had 2 boys. She said, "My boys will know how to sew, my boys will know how to cook, and my boys will know how to clean. My boys will know how to take care of themselves." And by golly, gee whiz, she did it. That woman was amazing. If it hadn't been for her, hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, no, if it hadn't been for her, I'm pretty sure there's a few things that I wouldn't have learned from my dad. However, Dad said he learned a lot from his grandpa, Senior, the original HGP. He learned a lot. I guess they were buddies, and they just, that's where he gets, if a nail will do, 10 screws will work. If it requires, no, how's it go? If it requires a nail, 10 screws will do. That was, I never met him. Never consciously met him. I'm not sure if I actually did meet the man. They never say anything about it. So I don't know. And then that was his dad's dad. That's like him to my grandnephew. But I don't know. Maybe they had kids young or something. My grandma was really young when she got kicked out of the house. And I tell you, they did that. They just kicked him out of the house. I think she was 13. They did that. They just kicked him out of the house. We can't afford you. Apparently the stepmother was a queen bee. So didn't want the other she cleaned house. What she did. She didn't want those other children in the house. She had her kids, didn't want those other children in the house, which were already there. Times were different back then. But that's how, I think I told you that before too. That's how I got my name Teresa. It would have been Teresa had she'd have gone by her. Don't use your teeth as tools, Teresa. You didn't do it. There it is. They misspelled her name for in the obituary for her mom because her mom had passed away, I guess, young. I guess the old guy would work them, would get married and work them until they went. I don't know how many wives they said he had, but they say he had a lot of wives. This is just stories that I remember that they told me, and I might be getting the facts wrong, and Mom will probably tell me that I am getting the facts wrong. Or Dad would tell me. And I don't think I'm having an issue talking about them because they passed away, like 2009, 2010. So it's just family history. I'm repeating, I guess, telling you just some of my background. And I like to highlight and brag about how smart my dad is. I don't have a clue why. I don't know, because I'm proud of him. I am proud of him. He's a good man. That could come over here and be sewn like a bottom. So here's another reason why my videos are coming out later is I get engrossed in a project or I'll just be, I don't know, having my day, but I forget words sometimes and my mind is like, what was I going to say? And rather than waste your time sitting there, come on, Tressa, get it out of your mouth. We want to hear what you have to say, but come on, get it out of your mouth. I pause and I have a thought. And when I have a thought, I come back to you rather than just sit there and try to think of something on camera in front of you. Because I realized myself, because my mom did bring that up to me, and that was helpful. But I realized myself, I wouldn't want to sit there and listen to somebody do that all the time. So I stop. And then, especially if I'm sitting here, oh my gosh, my brain is braining. And I'm like, oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to, and outwardly it looks like, but my mind is just eating away at me. I stare off into space because there's just too much going on in there. I go away. Like you hear victims when they're getting victimized say I don't know what happened because I wasn't there. I do the same thing. But it's not, it's not that I don't know what happens. It's just this is too much. I need to stop. I need to stop and sort some and then not and stuff out. Another reason is I get dang tired. I get tired of that I take a nap. So like usually Pam told me yesterday, she says, I'm sorry, I'm rewatching your video. I fell asleep. She says, it's nothing against you. I said, oh, honey, guess what? I fall asleep while editing, so I must be pretty dang boring. I do. I'll be like waiting for this to edit and upload and stuff into into my phone, and I'm like, geez, it's gonna take how long? So, or when I'm listening to myself talk, I'm like, oh, okay. I already said that. I already know what I said. I know what's going to happen in the video. Boring. I bore myself. So I thank you all for I do thank you all for being here cuz I bore myself. How's that how I don't know. I do not know everyone. No, I do not know everyone. Thank goodness. If I knew everyone, that would be a scary thing for me. This is really going to have no good shape to it. Again, this is an experiment. And oops, I better go back into that one. Make that a smaller stitch. Here we go. And this is how I am in actual conversations. They'll be just talking along and I stop. I don't know what else to say. I don't have anything else to contribute to the conversation. And my mind just stops. And my mouth just stops. I'm just like, I've given you the information I have already. So can we talk about something else now? I don't even know what if that's a disorder or if it's just the quirky way Aunt T is. Sometimes I just like to say it's a disorder because honestly, that's disorderly conduct of my brain to stop. And it isn't that I don't want to talk to somebody. My brain doesn't want to contribute anymore. I'm concentrating on stitches. I don't know if you can hear that wind out there. Well, that's an airplane going too. But man, if I hadn't put that latch on my door, on that screen door, it'd be going cheek, 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 cheek. um, Here we go again. And that's why there's a lot of stops and pauses. Is just I don't want to just fill the silence with words. I want to make it somewhat important. Somewhat like I have something to say rather than just filling the silence with words. Well, this is what I have. That's a weird seam, but then there's that. Here's the handles. The handles are not, and I was going to put a strap, but I didn't want to. The handles do not match up, so I'm going to have to sew them before I glue the seam. That's what I have so far. I need to find a way to, and I probably could put another something through there, but and then you could fit, a phone in there. Let's see. Hey, that's what I have so far. Hand sewed. I have to find a way to... I think I can make a clasp with this. If I take it apart down here and then use these parts, yeah. Instead of a zipper, well, I mean, a zipper would work too, but I mean, because you don't really want people walking by and putting their hands in your purse. But, I figured out what I was going to do, what I'm going to do. Then I had another idea too. This piece and this piece can get glued on the inside. I also have another idea too. Another idea. Magnets. You guys, I have magnets. I think it worked. The magnet is here and here, and they just magnet closed. Problem solved. Guess what, guys? I basically just made a purse in front of you. I just got to reinforce it and glue it and get the handles. I mean, I don't know. The handle doesn't have to be, but it's a purse like this. And this one's just a little taller than that one, and I just need to fix that because my OCD. But yay! Let's go hang that up. I'll probably forget that I have it. So yeah, Auntie just made a purse. I hand sewed it. I'm so proud of me. It's so cute. I had a purse like that, but it had the back pockets on it, not the side pockets. But I was sitting there with I cut those side pockets off, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with those? What am I gonna do with them? They're pockets, and they're perfectly sewn in there. Okay, it's just my waddle. And they're perfectly sewed in there. What am I gonna do with them? And then again, I wanted to. Oh, I don't need that on. I have that. I made a purse. Y'all, I made a purse. I'm so happy. Okay, that's got water in it. Yay, water. And yes, mason jars serve many different purposes in my home. I am going to make rice. But I'm going to make rice. I'm hungry. I'm going to make sweet rice, not savory rice. But, sorry about that right there, but you can live with that. I'm going to put peanut butter in it, raisins. I need my rice. And honey. A little bit of honey. The raisins I'm going to put in there, I don't like them cooked. I really don't like them cooked. But I have them. And they will add sweet, so I won't have to add so much honey. And they will add, I think, iron. I think they add iron nutritionally. So, and you know what else I'm going to put in there? It's doggone it, I love it. Do I have some in there? Oh yeah, a little bit. I'm going to have to buy more. I'm going to add some cinnamon. just for the flavor of it. So I'm going to cook. Yay! But you don't have to watch me cook. I'm just going to do it. Some of you may not agree with this, but to the mix I added some cocoa powder and a little scoop of instant coffee. Cocoa powder give me a little bit of caffeine. Instant coffee, you know me and coffee. And again, I guess that's 2 cups of coffee today. But when you add coffee to cocoa, it makes it taste more rich. So I added a little bit of coffee to it. I'll show you the tarps. This here, and I have it stapled on. It's on, but it goes all the way across here. There's their water. Sorry about the litter box. It goes all the way down, and it's stapled. Well, that might leak a little bit right there, but I think I enforced it here. Yeah, I did. I enforced it on the frame here too. So I did it to that window, the window by the couch, the window behind the table has it too. I have Elvis up here, so I happen to love the sound. He was a creep, but I love the sound of his voice. And at that stage of his life, he was pretty. So I have it secured. Doobie! Don't have it doobied. I have it secured all the way around there too. I'll show you what I did in the kitchen, because this stuff, I have a hard time putting a screw into it. I have a hard time putting a nail into it. I have a hard time securing anything onto this window. So you're going to see my dirty dishes probably. So I put that styrofoam on the top, and I put a Walmart box there. And I really could turn my light off here because I'm not using it. Let's stir my food. Oh, that's going to be nummy. That's going to be good. If I can get the rice. Okay, now it's okay. It's starting to stick. So we're going to turn it down to low and put a lid on it. Let me find a lid. Oh, here's one. The lids I put on upside down because they don't that's not exactly a cooking pan. So, and then to keep the cold from the rest of the house out, I still have that up. I keep that up year round. I just don't need that. It can be separate if I want it to be. That piece I will need just in case I need to drip the coffee. Even though I'm not buying grounds anymore. But still. But with that wind, I don't feel, and usually I do, I don't feel a breeze coming in here. I hear the tarps rattling around. And it might be, well, I mean, it's a horrible wind out there going on. I'll show you. You can see it, and it's raining. See them leaves moving around like that? So it's actually pretty horrible wind going on out there. And I'll hear that. Well, not knocking, but I'll hear that. But that's the tarps rattling around. Those tarps, the reason there's 3 of them, they were $8 a piece. I got them from Amazon. Did I get them from Amazon? I can't tell. Yep, I got them from Amazon. I got a box sitting right there. That box sitting right there is also going to be reused for when I send Pam her stuff. So I was like, I don't have a box good enough for this. Oh yeah, I do. So there is definitely a madness to my method, y'all. I I couldn't find the piece that went over the other window. It's in there somewhere, but I couldn't find it. It's under the table or something. So for $8 a piece, and I know $8 isn't cheap when I keep saying I'm running low on money, but two things that are going on that are money sinkers: weatherizing a trailer and getting bugs out of your house. And that's why I don't have any money to do anything else. I can't buy yarn, I can't buy leisure things, whatever. I am weatherizing my house and getting rid of bugs. Ooh. I tell you all that too, because I know my mom watches, and if my mom's watching, my dad's watching. So Dad knows I'm taking care of business over here. I'm not just like frivolously throwing it away at frou-frous and whatever. I'm taking care of business over here. I'm dealing with stuff. Okay, I've hit an hour and 6 minutes. I've got to go. So thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye.